Welcome to The Scoop, the edition brought to you by Roots FM Newsroom. My name is TEMBO. Most citizens always claim whatever they do is because they enjoy human rights. But a lawyer, Twataiza Kasanda, says human rights have limitations. She spoke to The Scoop.
People by nature, we all say, I know my rights, but what are rights? What are human rights? Human rights, these are the rights that a person is born with by virtue of being a human being. They are inherent. When we say they are inherent, it means human rights are inborn. And by virtue of them being inborn, you should remember that unlike other things, even if you are a parent, you cannot say, I will leave my human rights when I die for my children. No, human rights cannot be inherited, they cannot be transferred, they cannot be exchanged. Human rights are inborn, and every human being has human rights. And we should remember that as we enjoy our human rights comes with responsibilities. Where there is a right, there is also a responsibility. You should remember that, as for instance, when we are enjoying our right to speech, we should not injure another person's right. We should not defame another person's right. Remember, there's a saying that where your nose ends is where your rights end. So, in the enjoyment of our human rights, we should not injure other people and deprive other people's the enjoyment of human rights because we want to enjoy our own rights.
The Democratic National Party, DNP, says child delinquency and patronizing of bars have exposed the local council inability in curbing underage beer drinking in bars. DNP President Sidney Chiaba says his party will introduce tough laws to address child delinquency once it forms government.
Yeah, so this is one of the biggest social problem we have because as a result of too much poverty, a lot of people at a very tender age, they start prostitution. And also, as a result of young ladies being exposed to be going to public places because there's no control from local councils to ensure that these public bars, they regulate them firmly by ensuring that they only allow 18 years and above. So you'll find that even if someone is 14 years can easily go to the bar. So as Democratic National Party, when we come in, we need to ensure that we've got firm local authorities which can manage these liquor stores and the bars. That's one area. Then trying to alleviate poverty, because as a result of poverty, people have got no means. So prostitution is increasing. Then also coming up with stiff punishment for the defilers in terms of capital punishment, either life sentencing, so that we deter who will be the offenders. Because
on our traditional corner, here is NPR to explain one of the proverbs and on what occasion the proverbs were said by elders.
Kako nikaja kali kumanja. Abale banga akulu anatibweretsera mwambi uyu. Chimene anamutanthauza nchakuti munthu wapha kakwale. Kaliku kakwale nkambalani kang'ono ndithu kabwino kwambiri kamafuta. So ulupita nako kaja kakwale kaja. Nopeza kuti chinkhanga chiligone apa. Basi wanotenga kakwale kaja nokataya. Nozunguluka kuchitsamba kuti uchimgwatire chambululuka chatha. So iwo nulakato pitikisa chinkhanga chicho mpaka na chakusowa. Ubwerere paja pamene unayimire unalina kakwale peza kuti kakwale futi kasowa kwamene kuja kwamene wakataya. So chimene anamutanthauza ichi nchakuti kuli banthu bena akozo niyeserere mabanja chifukwa mabanja ndimwe naona mavuto yambiri. Akozo mufuna mkazi kukondwera white wedding kuvina banthu kudya mokwana. Koma uzapezeka kuti mkazi abala bana babiri batatu. vayambokhumbwira vaja vamene vaja ndola zija zamene sizinabalepo sizinachite bwanji, nosiya mkazi wako uja noyenda kuli mkazi wina, ndiye uja mkazi wina ukankhalako kuja uzapeza kuti kuja kwamene wachoka kuja mkazi maybe ayenda kaili wankhala maybe 2-3 years, mkazi ayenda asanga kuyembekeza kuja kwamene wayenda futi maybe kulibe chipaso, maybe zija zamene unaluona mavuto aja unaluona kubanja kako kulibe kuja yanyanya. So ndiye upeza kuti wakhala padzuwa, life yako yakhala yoluwana chifukwa chakuti unataya mkazi wabwino unakapita ku akazi benango. So ndiye penaka mbota akako nikachakali kumanja olo kuti zina zako mabwanji even manchito yamene aya azakuti ise tifola zambiri ipetitira bayo. So iwe basi resign, wasiya nchito, ukafike kuja uzapeza kuti mavuto ya nyanyo chira kuja kwamene unalusebenzera.
Still on our traditional corner, Enoch Chikatula gives us a Kaonde proverb.
Mukwenda mukunanga maruhukiro kumusanza. Mukwenda mukunanga maruhukiro kumusanza. Meaning you can leave your village, your home village, or you leave your own country or your own place. You go elsewhere for other activities or economic activities. But home is home as it won't be homely. You can go everywhere, anywhere, but you still find that the place where you go, it won't be compared to your own place, your own motherland. That's what it means by home is home. Mukwenda mukunanga marukiro kumusanga.
On our sports corner, our sports analyst Dandika Chirwa responds to some statements from citizens who say the Midlands Netball League has not done enough to uplift the standards of netball in the country.
Well, it does. Because when you talk of Midlands, literally the capital city is part of the Midlands and some central province and the region. So I believe it does. What they need is to have the strategy, and of course, who sponsors people can support the game. Netball has won the Africa Cup. So they're the champions. So there's no doubt. All we need is to revisit the structures and make sure that we make strong structures where you can have these players coordinated, having the coaches doing their work, of course, good umpires, train them for the work. Yeah, so all in all, we should be able to do better, and we should have a long-term plan. Perhaps that plan can have the long-term goals, mid-term goals, and short-term goals for us to achieve. So they must see a vision where they're going and have a mission statement, perhaps, and their core values.
Ends the scoop. This edition contains stories exclusively brought to you by Roots FM Newsroom. My name is
Worried of where you can sell your goods and services? Take heart. Advertise on Roots FM Radio Selling Point. Selling Point offers competitive prices in which you can market. What are you waiting for? Advertise your goods and services now, and you will never regret. Call the marketing line on 0977 124063, 0955 124063. Roots FM, your only traditional and cultural radio station.